guys, welcome to week 21 vocabulary track. Okay, if you need to pause the video a moment so you can get your notebook out and get on the right page, go ahead and do that. Make sure you've got your chart either glued in or drawn in so that you're ready to go. All right, let's get started with our first root word of the week. Our very first root word this week is for. It means front or before. Okay, now remember, as you're writing down your example words, you're going to keep in mind whether you're in the dash level, star level, or exclamation mark level words. Just a reminder, as a group, if you're in first or second, you should be shooting for star level words. If you're in third or fourth, most of you are shooting for dash level words, unless, of course, I've spoken to you individually about moving you up or down a level. All right, let's get started. First up, we have forecast. So let's break this word down. We have for, which means front or before, cast. Well, think about when you see a forecaster on the news, right? They're going to predict what's going to happen in the weather, right? In advance. Now, if we're going to predict something in advance, we're going to do it ahead of time. We're going to do it before it happens. So forecast is to say what's going to happen before it does. All right, let's go ahead and go on down to this star level word, foreshadow. Foreshadow is a language arts word, right? For, before, shadows. Shadows of what's going to happen before it does. It's hints and clues that are given ahead of time. So think about the novels that we're reading. If you're reading The Watsons Go to Birmingham, think about when at the end of chapter 7, we have Kenny's parents are on the phone with Grandma Sands in Alabama. And they're talking to Grandma Sands. They know something is going to happen. Kenny and Byron and Joey know something's about to happen, but they don't really know what. That feeling of what's going to happen next, we gave you a little bit of a clue, but not all of it. That's foreshadowing. All right, for the Red Pyramid group, think about right at the very beginning. Carter and Sadie's dad is gone, and we have this mysterious man. He's red, he's fiery, and he says that we're not done yet. I'll see you again. We'll meet again, right? Foreshadowing. They're giving you hints and clues that there's going to be a fight later. Those of you that are reading House of the Scorpion, anytime Celia starts hinting about Matt's future, there's so much foreshadowing. Nancy Farmer is a master of this. She is trying to start giving you hints and clues about what's going to happen to Matt as he gets older. Let's go ahead and go on to our exclamation mark level word, foresee, to realize beforehand. Look, it's even in the same definition, right? To foresee is to predict what's going to happen before it does. This might be somebody like a fortune teller that's going to tell you what's going to happen before it does. Now you may notice that down here at the bottom we've added a section called the example sentence. This is not for you to memorize and spit out on your quiz, okay? That's not the goal here. The goal here is to give you a model, okay? A model. Because what is happening is a lot of you are getting to the quiz on Friday, and that's the section that you're not doing well on. You can memorize the definitions. You can memorize an example word, but when you have to use that example word in a sentence, then we're not doing so well, all right? So right on before, I have the example, nobody can foresee the future. See how I took that example word and I used it inside the sentence. That's all the quiz is asking you to do, all right? Let's go ahead and go on to our next root word. This root word we have here is eyes, I-Z-E. It means to make. You're going to find this usually as a suffix. A suffix is going to happen at the end of the word, all right? This is very rarely going to show up at the beginning. Our dash level word here is alphabetize. I mean, these are really simple because you look at it and you can draw a line. Alphabetize, to make in alphabetical order. Okay, this one you should have known since elementary school. Star level word, apologize. Maybe this is a word we're not too good at doing, but it's definitely a word we're familiar with. Okay, now you may notice that it's defined here as to make up. Most of us aren't going to define apologize that way. Me, I'm going to define apologize as saying you're sorry and fixing a problem. But remember, most of these root words didn't start out in English. So this connection of make made a lot more sense in its original language. All right, but to make up is still accurate, even in the English translation. Our exclamation mark level word here is colorize. This isn't one we use in sentences very often. This is going to be one that artists tend to use the most. But the definition makes sense, to make colorful, right? To add color to. Our exclamation mark level word is going to be a great word to impress Miss Peyton when you're doing your art projects. You can say, I'm going to colorize this drawing. Let's look at our example sentence down here. If you hurt someone's feelings, be sure to apologize. I mean, you already know that that's true, right? But see, again, we have the example word in the sentence. Our next root word is meter, measure. This is a math words. Math words all day long. The dash level word is centimeter. You better know centimeter or I'm going to tattle on you to Mr. Cutts. A centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. Fun fact for the day, a centimeter is roughly the width of your pinky finger for most people. The star level word is going to be perimeter. Again, math word. You should definitely know this one. Absolutely know this one. Remember that it's the distance around the shape. It's this side plus this side plus this side plus this side. You're not multiplying, you are just simply adding. All right, our exclamation mark level word is pedometer. Now this may not be a word you guys are as familiar with, but you see them all around you. Things like Fitbits and sometimes Apple Watches have one of these inside them. They measure the number of steps you're taking. The official name of those is a pedometer. Of course, a Fitbit is a type of pedometer. That's the brand of pedometer, but that's where that comes from. For the record, the root ped, P-E-D, means foot. So really, a pedometer is foot measurer. Our example sentence down here actually uses pedometer. The watch, Apple Watch, Fitbit, whatever, acted as a pedometer, counting the number of steps she took during the day. Now, this is a really good example sentence because you're going to notice not only does it use the example word, the watch acted as a pedometer, but it shows that the person who wrote it knows what the word pedometer means. Okay, because you can write the watch acted as a pedometer, and I still don't know if you know what pedometer means or not. But by adding this second part, counting the number of steps she took during the day, now it's very clear to me, oh, you know exactly what you're talking about. All right, now we've got multi. Again, we're dealing with math words. This is a very math-heavy week, all right? Multi means many, all right? Many people's moms make them start off the morning with a multivitamin. Many vitamins, see? All right, now our star level word is to multiply. That's not how we pronounce it, of course. We pronounce it multiply, right? To combine my multiplication. Just a little bit of a nerd here. Multi means many. Ply means to fold. So really, when you say you're multiplying, you are making many folds, right? You do multiplication in math all the time. You should know up to your 12 times tables. If you don't know your 12 times tables, we should make flashcards and practice that. Exclamation mark level word here is multitude. A multitude is a large number. I teach a multitude of students. There are a multitude of languages spoken at Wiley. Anytime we say many, right? Now, down here in my example sentence this week, for this root, the example sentence isn't even using one of these three. It's using a different example word, which is great, all right? The space was used as a multi-purpose room for both the cafeteria and gym. Your elementary school may have been like that, where you had gym class in the cafeteria after all the tables were put away. Our library is often used as a multi-purpose space. Sometimes we're doing projects in there. Sometimes we're doing checkouts. Sometimes people are having meetings. Multi-purpose is always a good word. And I am sure using context clues and your root knowledge, you can figure out what multi-purpose means. You have multi, meaning many, purpose. What are you doing with it? A multi-purpose room is a room with many reasons to use it, many purposes. All right, our last root word is us or us, however you want to pronounce that. I tend to go with us, but it doesn't completely matter. All right, it means full of. Now you may notice that there are 1, 2, 3 dash level words and 1 star level word. If you're a dash level person, you can pick one. It does not matter which one. All right, let's go ahead and go through these. First up, we've got serious. Serious is full of, see that connection, thought. A serious person is somebody who is full of thought. Now, there are also other things when we talk about the word serious that we tend to think about, maybe a very straight face, very quiet, but the true definition of the word is this full of thought. All right, let's skip down now to dangerous. Dangerous, think about it, full of danger. All right, you should be able to back into the meaning of that one pretty easily. Same thing with adventurous, full of adventure. All right, now let's go ahead and do our star level word. This is a word we don't tend to use in normal conversation, which is why I marked it as a star level word, but you can still back your way into the meaning very easily. We've got spacious, full of space. All right, it's also what's used in our example sentence down here at the bottom. Camille's new bedroom was spacious and had lots of room to spread out. You could also think about maybe the Wiley library is very spacious. You walk into it. There are 4 doors to choose from. The ceilings are really tall. There's a lot of space to spread out. I'm glad we've managed to go through all of our root words today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure you're studying throughout the week. We will, of course, do our foldables and flashcards as we work through the week. Check your planner to see if there's anything extra that you need to do and be prepared for the quiz on Friday. Good luck.